we're ready. Quiz, the final of round number 2. This quiz is now open. Question number 1 is worth 10 points. It is a 2-part question. Ready? Question. What shall come upon the wicked, but what?
Yellow 2.
Interruption. That is incorrect. This interrupted question will be reread for Spokane. 2 parts without interruption. Question. What shall come upon the wicked, or what shall be granted? In verse 24 of Proverbs chapter 10.
Red
2. The fear of the wicked shall come upon them, but the desire of the righteous shall be granted.
That is correct. Question 2 is worth 10 points. Question. The man that speaketh froward things.
Red 2.
Interruption.
Is spoken of which verse is study? Proverbs chapter 2, verse 12.
That is incorrect. This interrupted 10-point question will be reread for Calgary without interruption. Question. The man that speaketh froward things is described how in Proverbs chapter 2, verse 14?
Yellow 1.
Who refers to evil and delight in the furnace of the wicked?
That is correct. You guys that are getting ready for national best, those kind of questions are good to work on. The man that speaketh forward things, they love those ones that say described how. Sometimes they'll say, how is the man that speaketh forward things described? Sometimes they'll have it like that. So those are really popular. It's this question right here, Brother Knudsen. So he'll be writing for national. So, all right. Question number 3 is worth 10 points. Question. The path of the just is as what?
Red 2.
Interruption.
As recorded in Proverbs chapter 4, verse 18, the path of the just is as the shining light, shining more and more to the perfect day.
That is correct. Question 4, 2 parts, worth 10 points. Question. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 20 speaks of whose tongue?
Yellow 2.
Interruption.
In whose heart? The tongue of the just is as choice silver, the heart of the wicked is little worth.
That is correct. Number 5, quotation completion question worth 10 points. Question. The hand of...
Red 2.
Interruption.
The hand of the diligent shall bear rule, but the slothful shall be under tribute.
That is correct. Question 6 is worth 10 points. Question. What commandment concerning the ancient landmark is found?
Red 2.
Interruption.
In Proverbs chapter 22, verse 28, remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set.
That is correct. Question number 7, 2-part question worth 20 points. Question. According to 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 12, I have done what?
Yellow 2.
Interruption.
They have given thee what? Behold, I have done according to thy words, thou hast given thee a wise and an understanding heart.
That is correct. Question number 8, last 10 pointers, a quotation question. Ready? Question. Quote Proverbs chapter 8, verse 17.
Red 2.
I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me.
That is correct. Question number 9 is a 20-point question. Ready? Question. How is the fear of the Lord described?
Red 2.
Interruption.
In Proverbs chapter 14, verse 27, the fear of the Lord is not in life to depart from the snares of death.
That is incorrect. This interrupted question will be reread for Calgary without interruption. Question. How is the fear of the Lord described in Proverbs chapter 14, verse 26?
Yellow 2.
In the fear of the Lord is strong confidence in his children shall have a place of refuge.
That is correct. Question number 10 is a two-part question worth 20 points. Question. How is the sluggard described in which verse of Proverbs chapter 10?
Red 2.
Interruption.
Chapter 10. The soul of the sluggard desireth and hath nothing. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 4. Proverbs chapter 10, verse.
That is incorrect. This interrupted question, two parts, will be reread for Calvary without interruption. Question. How is the sluggard described in which verse of Proverbs chapter 10?
Yellow 1.
His vinegar to the teeth and his smoke to the eyes, so the sluggard to them that say him. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 26.
That is correct. Question number 11 is a two-part question worth 20 points. Question. Because wisdom is the principal thing, how...
Yellow 2.
Sorry. Jumped the gun again. Number 9, on the last quiz. Question number 11, replacement. Is that right there? 11 is 20-point question. Ready? Question. Verse 27 of Proverbs chapter 1 speaks of what?
Yellow 2.
Interruption.
Speaks of what? Desolation. And procurement is desolation and destruction.
That is incorrect. This interrupted 20-point question will be reread for Spokane without interruption. Question. Verse 27 of Proverbs chapter 1 speaks of what coming?
Yep, red 2.
And your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a war, and distress and anguish cometh upon you.
That is correct. Question number 12 is a quotation question worth 20 points. Question. Quote the verse of Proverbs chapter 16, which speaks of a highway.
Yellow 2.
Interruption.
A highway. The highway of the upright is to depart from evil. He that keepeth his way preserveth his soul.
That is correct. Question 13 is a two-part question worth 20 points. Question. What is the glory of God and what is
Red 1.
interruption?
What is the honor of kings? It is the glory of God to conceal a matter. It is the honor of kings to
That is incorrect. This interrupted two-part question will be reread for Calvary without interruption. Question. What is the glory of God and what is the honor of the kings, according to Proverbs chapter 25, verse 2?
Yellow 2.
It is the glory of God to conceal a thing, but the honor of kings is to search out a matter.
That is correct. Timeout 60 seconds. Spokane. Time is in. Question number 14 is a 20-point question. Ready? Question. According to Proverbs chapter 5, verse 22. How?
Yellow 1.
Interruption?
Someone can take it. Someone can speak with himself.
I shouldn't have tried it. I tried to fix that question, but it didn't work. Right. I wasn't supposed to say how. I was supposed to say what. Okay, we're going to get through it, guys. Placement number 16 on that last quiz. Question number 14 is a 20-point question. Ready? Question. According to Proverbs chapter 20, verse 1, who is not?
Red 2.
Interruption.
Wise. Wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise.
That is correct. Question number 15 is worth 20 points. Question. In the verse of Proverbs chapter 11 that begins with the phrase, there is that. There is.
Red 1.
Interruption.
There is what? There is that scattereth and yet increaseth, and there is that withholdeth more than is meet, but it tendeth to poverty.
Is correct. Question 16 is a quotation question worth 20 points. Question. Quote the verse of Proverbs chapter 6, preceding the one which speaks of a lamp.
Red 1.
When thou goest, it shall lead thee. When thou sleepest, it shall keep thee. And when thou awakest, it shall talk with thee.
That is correct. Time out 60 seconds, Calgary. Time is in. Question number 17 is a cross-reference two-part question worth 20 points. Question. According to Proverbs chapter 5, how many body parts are named? And
Red 1.
interruption.
And what are these body parts? Ear, lips, eyes, and there are three.
That is correct. 1 second to spare. Question number 18 is a three-part question worth 30 points. Question. In the last two verses of Proverbs chapter 20, what is said about the king?
Yellow 2.
Interruption.
What is said about young men, and what is said about old men? Mercy and truth have preserved the king, and his throne is upholden by mercy. The glory of young men is their strength, and the beauty of old men is the gray head. So
I'm beautiful then with my gray hair. Is that correct? Yeah. Anyway, that is correct. Praise the Lord. I was waiting for that scripture to come up. Question number 19. Quotation question worth 30 points. Question. Quote the only verse of study that names both David.
Red 2.
Interruption. That is incorrect. This interrupted quotation question will be reread for Calgary without interruption. Question. Quote the only verse of study that names both David and Solomon.
Yellow 2.
And Solomon said, Thou hast showed unto my servant David, my father, great mercy, according as he walked before thee in truth and in righteousness and in uprightness of heart with thee. Thou hast kept forever this great kindness that thou hast given unto his son to sit on his throne as it is this day.
That is correct.
Yes.
We have a contest 60 seconds, Spokane.
contest.
Gonna contest? Okay. All right, first one of the day, that contest will be granted. That was an improper question. There's two verses that say that. You knew that, right?
Time out.
Time out, 60 seconds. Oh, I'm gonna give a 5-point foul to Spokane also. For one person standing going to the coach, the other person bringing it down.
Are we in timeout?
You're in timeout. Yeah.
Gotta make sure.
All right. Time is in. We'll go to question number 19. Oh, number 20 on the last quiz. Question number 19 is a cross-reference quotation question worth 30 points. Question. According to Proverbs chapter 8, one verse speaks of being better than rubies, and one
Yellow 2.
eruption.
One verse speaks of being better than gold. Quote these verses. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver.
That is correct.
Contest.
Another contest, 60 seconds. Spokane.
Withdrawn.
All right, back to that original quiz.
Timeout, please.
Timeout, 60 seconds. Calgary. Time is in. Go to question 20. It is a two-part cross-reference question with 30 points. Question. What is recorded concerning honey as found in Proverbs chapter 24, verse 13? And what is recorded concerning honey in Proverbs chapter 25, verse 27?
My son, eat the honey because it is good, and the honeycomb, which is sweet to thy taste. It is not good to eat much honey. So for me to search their own glory is not glory.
That is correct. We have a winner. All right, give both teams a hand. We walked up, we got to do it again, so switch sides. Winner was Calgary with 165, Spokane 150. Second highest scoring individual for Ty, Kalia, and Elijah. And the highest scorer with 125 was Steven. Let's give him a hand.